Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show, Sunday evening. Okay. The Color Purple 2023 film review. I saw it this morning. I caught the early matinee, 11:05 or something like that. I watched the entire film from beginning to end. 2 hours and roughly 26 minutes or something like that. I am so prepared to talk about this piece of work that I somewhat sorta, enjoyed. I'm not going to go way back to the original film. Although I saw the original film twice in theaters because I was dating two girls at the same time when the original film came out. But the film I saw this morning, was a musical. And as you may or may not know, I support Fantasia. Never met her, but I like a good portion of her music. So I went to see this so I could give Fantasia that support. She did a good job. Let me say off the rip: is this film a classic? I don't know. Is it a monumental film? No. As I said, I'm not going to go back too far, but there's some things I want to ask you guys about for those of you who even care to go back that far, because the story has changed a little bit. The screenplay, if you will, okay? But for the most part, it was okay. It's been nominated for a lot of awards. We may or may not get to that. A lot of those awards are pending as of right now. But again, I wasn't mad at this film. Myself being the objective hater, I am going to take a few shots. Let me start by saying Taraji P. Henson, too old to play Shug Avery. Yeah, I tried, and just when they did that close up on her face and you saw the crow's feet. Whoa! But for the most part, the film, I recommend it. Let me just say that I recommend it. If you are a husband, take your wife, take wifey, take your side chick. I think you will enjoy it. If you have kids, I don't know about taking the kids because they're still pushing this narrative that, heterosexual black men are toxic, I'm going to try not to compare the new actors of today with the musical to the actors of yesteryear, but I do have to say one thing in case you're not at the speed. Whoopi Goldberg has a cameo in this new musical. Whoopi Goldberg has a cameo. Whoopi Goldberg, who gave a stellar, monumental performance in the original film, The Color Purple, and I was pleased to see that. Oprah Winfrey was not in this new musical that I saw. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah, Father, in the name of the blood. Let me also say something that I liked about this new musical. There's no over-the-top, extra flamboyant, gay black male. Thank you. I was expecting that, but there was none. Troll babies, good evening. Are you there? And let me just say earlier, I'm looking for female callers first to talk about this film. As always, I give you the last word. I want to hear from you. But that's my top story this evening. The Color Purple, the 2023 film review. I saw it this morning, okay? There's other things I want to ask you guys about. Let me write this down before I forget. The story that came out in 1982. This is based upon a 1982 novel. The new musical says they were on the Georgia coast, right? I don't remember where the original was set, what area. But for anybody who did like real in-depth research, what were they on Driftwood Beach? Driftwood beach. That's what it looked like down there by, Jekyll Island. I was there. What was it? Maybe 2 years ago when I took my trip to Florida. I went to Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia. It looked like Driftwood Beach for those who really want to get detailed, okay? All right, also, my showrunner, DJ Academics, accused of sexual assault. I don't want to use the R word. The R word is very, very serious. I'm going to try to be objective. For those of you who know, I kind of like Academics. I troll him from time to time. I got bars for him, when needed. But I don't want to play around with the R word unless we have some real, concrete evidence of sorts. And also, I have a 501c3, the Snitch Network. I do work in terms of research, interviews. I help, people, families, survivors, so on and so forth. So I can't afford to just try and clown someone because of accusations. I am somewhat sort of up to speed on the female. I don't know if she's a lady or not, but the female who made the accusations. And I'm thrown off here. I really need anyone to call in and give me a breakdown because I saw a video with Academics. It appeared to be he was in his basement walking into his studio and someone was screaming in the background. Now, is that official audio or did someone take some screaming, sounds and then put it with the video and say, yo, we got him. It's just to look at that video, one would say, yo, lock him up. I don't want to say that. Again, these are very harsh allegations. He has responded. I saw some of his response with regards to his ex-girlfriend stealing $500,000. Is that the one who, Troll Babies, is that the one who's also claiming sexual assault? And then he said in another video, because I tried to watch, a few so I could, be somewhat up to speed. He said that he got the $500,000 back. Okay, I don't know if that's the same female or not, pardon me, but yeah, DJ Academics Livingston, that's his government name, accused, Anyway, phone lines are open right now. Good evening, everybody. As I said, this will be a show that focuses on this particular film, The Color Purple. Let me go back for a second to just give a little bit more context with regards to why I went to see this film in theaters. Fantasia, again, I like her as a singer. She kept it so real, a couple of years ago about not wanting to live the celebrity lifestyle, and she curved Taraji P. Henson, who wanted her to hang out, and go out for drinks and all sorts of stuff during the filming of this film, The Color Purple. Fantasia kept telling her, no, I got to go home and take care of my dog, my sick dog or something to that effect. And then come to find out when they were on the Jennifer Hudson show, Fantasia admitted that she never had a dog. She just didn't want to hang out with a cougar, a manless cougar. But anyway, the film. I'm dealing with the film now. Let's not compare it to the old film because nobody can outdo Whoopi Goldberg, But overall, this was a musical, I think, for black women. I'm sure they like it. They may even love it. Any black women that want to call in, cry, tell us about its deep meaning. I don't think it had a deep meaning. I think it's just a fucking film. What else? Well, just let me get something together here before I say, here's what I want to ask you guys. For those who know the original and the new film, this is the only thing I was looking for, and I didn't see it. And I said, wait a minute. There's a part in the original film, when Shug Avery comes to Mister's house, that is Celie's husband, who's been stomping her ears together, and Celie and Shug Avery meet for the first time. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the original film, didn't Shug Avery look at Celie and say, "You sure is ugly"? Yes, no? And then she started laughing. "You sure is ugly." I didn't see that in the new musical. Correct me if I'm wrong. Why did they take that part out? Or did they? Is it in there? Did I miss it? I mean, listen, it was 2 hours and 26 minutes or something like that. Oh, I took my auntie, my older Italian auntie. I called her like 7 o'clock in the morning. She's the one that used to live here in this house in Stone Harbor, New Jersey. And I said, hey, I'm coming to pick you up. Let's take a ride. I didn't even tell her where we're going. I went and got her wheelchair, and I took her. I was at the movie theater in South Jersey with my auntie in a wheelchair, early as hell. Okay, why did they take that part out? "You sure is ugly." Okay, let's. Oh, is that Dana with the data early? Oh, and Janet. Oh my goodness. Okay, I want some black women on the lines tonight. Let me get Janet lined up first. Janet, sit tight. You're my first caller. Sit tight. Sit tight. I have no problem with Celie and Shug Avery. They're gay, love story vibes. There's a part when they kiss. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been a French kiss. It could have been all that. Okay, so, but again, the balance for me was that there was no flamboyant, over-the-top gay black men jumping around. What was that guy's name? Is it Jerry Harris? I think that's him. Again, if he were still around, he's been convicted, total piece of shit. That was one of Oprah's buddies. If you know, you know. If he didn't get convicted, he would have been in this goddamn film. Jerry Harris, I think that's his name. Dana helped me out with that information earlier, okay? All right, phone lines are open. I see you guys via Cash App. I'm going to get to you, and I want to let females, talk about this film tonight. If you saw it, if you did not see it, please fall back. I sat through the whole damn film, all right? Janet, good evening. Is that you? Janet tapping in from New Jersey.
Hey, sir, how are you?
I'm great. And yourself? I sent you an email to say I'm talking about The Color Purple tonight, yes?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Did you hear any of my assessment of the film yet?
Yes, I was listening.
Okay.
I was listening.
What did you think of the film? Let's go.
I'm sorry.
What did you think of the film?
I think the film was fabulous. I think it had so many messages that if we were not paying attention, right, we would miss them. And it was just beautiful. I don't want to really. What can I say without spoiling the movie for someone else?
Spoil it, Janet. Janet. I saw the film. You saw the film. If other people haven't seen it at this point, that's on them. Spoil it. What did you take away from this film? Did it touch you? Were you taken back to the original, or is it just something for the newer generation? Come on.
Well, it's timeless. It's timeless.
Okay.
And it's something that needs to be seen. If you look at the film and you look at what Celie had went through, the division of the family, mm-hmm, and the bringing back of the family at the end was so poignant because it shows that we could all go through so much, the most awful, horrific things, and we could still come back as a family. But we have to accept who we are in that family in order to keep the family united. You understand? So, oh my God, it's so much I want to talk about. Just like the scenes in the movie.
Okay.
And the scenes in the movie, one specific one that stands out to me is when after the stepfather died,
Mm-hmm.
and they were, her and his widower were inside the store, and she explained that the father put her name on these papers before he passed away, her and her sister's name.
Hang
and
on a second. When you say the stepfather, do you mean Celie's father who had raped her?
Yes, the stepfather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When his widower was explaining to Celie that her biological father, that he wasn't her biological father, which we all knew from the first movie and from the book, that the father put her and her sister's name on the paperwork before he passed away.
Okay.
And in that moment that she realized that she was loved by her parents. She was so shocked that she was loved by her parents. And then that, I equate that with the Black American in the United States. I know a lot of people say, we are indigenous to the United States, and maybe that is true, but we have lost our parents. You understand that, what I'm saying?
Not me, but hang on a second. I didn't lose my parents. Okay, so, and you're a woman of a certain age. You're in your 50s, yes?
Yes,
Okay.
55 to be exact.
55 to be exact. So, did you look at this film as a piece of work today, or do you have to go back to the original? And did you read the book that came out in 1982? You read it?
No, I did not read the book. I seen the movie.
Nor did I.
I had read the book.
Nor did I. However,
Right.
the book was banned for a period of time here in America. That I do know. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. So let's just deal with the film because the stepfather, as you just said, and Celie, who then, well, let me ask you this. Fantasia, I like her. I thought she did a great job singing. I don't know if those songs are that memorable. I could be wrong, but Fantasia did a great job singing. In terms of acting, I thought she did okay. I don't think, and I hate to go back, I don't think she gave us a new Celie. That I don't think. What say you?
She did. I'm telling you, the points in the movie where they will be overlooked if you're just watching the movie. But if you was going there to understand the movie, you don't have to go back to the original one to enjoy this one. You don't have to go back to the book to see the messages that was being taught.
Okay.
The messages that were being taught to us were so profound, and so subtle that if you would have blinked, you would have missed it. And okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, so
is one of those messages lesbianism?
Okay, so
yes or no, Janet? Is one of those messages lesbianism?
No, one of those messages is finding love where love is, meeting love on love terms.
I was told, hang on a second, I was told that the premise, or one of the premises of this book is a love story between Celie and Shug Avery. I thought that was one of the messages, as you just said, that they're pushing. I still take issue, even though I can appreciate the film as of now in 2023. It still is hating on masculine heterosexual black men. Would you agree?
No, I will not agree with that.
Come on.
I will not agree with that.
Come on.
Because here's the point. They showed a coalition of men and their traits and how the living in the United States has taught them. You had everything from the over masculine alpha male, as you all call them, to what you all would call a beta male. You understand, which would have been Harper. All right, it showed it. But there are men. You have masculinity. It's not gone. It's still here, and that was shown when they was talking about her original father, her father. That was shown then. It's so deep. And you know what? I'm gonna
Janet. No, stay with me. I have to say, with all due respect, it's not that deep. It's a film, and with all due respect, you know. I don't like when people say, oh, you have to read the book. No, you don't. You go to the goddamn theater. It moves you or it doesn't. People don't. Today's generation is not going to go read the Color Purple book. Oh, I read the novel. Very few do that, you know. But overall, you enjoy the film. And can you stay with me? Because I want to bring Dana in. I want to have,
Sure.
some females talk about this. Not that you have to agree with me, but... can you give me one more message that you got from this film, a 55-year-old woman, please? One more message before I bring Dana in.
Oh, it's so many. One message I got that I received when she was having these babies, and everybody in the town, Silly was having these babies.
Yeah.
Everyone in that town, including the members of the church, because the members of the church were the ones that adopted her babies, knew that girl was being abused. You understand? And it would have been okay if they was adopting these babies.
Adopted her babies or took her babies? Her babies were taken from her.
That's the point that I'm trying to make.
Oh.
They use their inability to have children, and they looked sideways while this was going on because they were reaping the benefit of this horrendous act.
Okay. All right.
You understand? And so now we look at crime and punishment. The mother who took silly babies. You know, she passed on. The father had to marry the father married Silly's sister. Then they went to Africa.
Do you know the name of Silly's father in the film who was raping her?
No.
Isn't it Alfonso?
No.
Is it Alfonso? No.
It might be.
Can you Google? Stay with me. Can you Google? Stay with me. I'm going to bring in Dana because we're talking about this film.
Okay.
Dana with the data. Good evening. Are you there, Dana?
Yeah.
Dana.
Can you hear me?
Loud and
Can
clear.
you hear me?
Yes, and we're talking about the Color Purple film. I called you when I came out of the theater. I said, Dana, me and my old white auntie just left the theater, and I'm going to be talking about this film tonight. Dana, Janet's on the line with us. Your thoughts, Dana, on the film.
Hi,
Don't worry
Janet.
about spoiling nothing. Let's go.
Right. So,
Hey, Dana.
I went to see it Friday afternoon because I had called you.
Okay.
And I walked away with it because I saw the original, but I was much younger. I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So, and I was reluctant to see the musical because I don't like classics redone, and I don't like them turned to the musical. However, I want to say this, that every lead, Fantasia, Taraji, Danielle Brooks, they deserve to be nominated for awards. Diego, all of them. They did a phenomenal job acting and singing in this movie.
Okay.
It was well put together. However, that aside, I walked away. I said, oh, this is a love story of Gail and Oprah.
Mm.
That's what I took from it between Silly and Suge. So, yes, they had the LGBTQ plus overtone with the lesbian relationship, but it was respective because of that time, because this was in 1920s going into the 1940s.
Right.
The problem that I had, you had subservient black men, and then they portrayed mean, violent black men. Nothing in between.
Yeah.
That is the main problem from the first one, but I really didn't understand it then.
Overly aggressive.
Problem now.
Overly aggressive.
Overly aggressive,
Yeah.
mean, violent, don't like women or belittle women. And what I'm saying is the stepfather, that slept with Celie, and then the husband that was abusing her.
Mister.
During that time, during that time in real life, majority of the black men then, they were hard workers, provided for their families. They were men.
Facts.
So, yes, that was going on, black and white. However, they didn't show none of that in this movie. And in real life, at some point, a black man from the community would have stepped in, and just would have stepped in if something of that magnitude of abuse was going on.
Right.
However, I don't have the article up in front of me. I'm sorry. Hold on for 1 second. 1 second.
Okay. Janet, are you still there?
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay.
So I read an article.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. I read the article for Alice Walker, a Vanity Fair article, and I just briefly read her quote. That the book was inspired by her great aunt or great grandmother during that time. And I can concur that things like that did happen to women, particularly black women, and you had nowhere to turn to, because it happened to my aunt who turned 90. She had an incident like that with an uncle, and she was not believed. But that film, and it continues to portray black men in a negative light. It was no gray area. It was nothing in between. And I had a problem with that. I had a problem with Danielle Brooks. From the time she hit the screen to the very end, they portrayed her as a contentious, angry, violent black woman that was treating her husband badly, and her husband serving them tea. I had a problem with that.
Okay, Dana, if I can jump in for a second here. Okay, so for people who did not read the book, who don't know the story, who just go to the movies, because the research has shown most Americans don't read the book, prior to go seeing a film. They just want to go see a film and possibly be taken away into a different dimension of fantasy, whatever. So overall, the film, did it work for you? What was the message, if any, that you left with?
It was well put together, but I did not like the script. I did not like the way black men were portrayed from beginning to end.
Okay.
I walked away.
Right.
I walked away with, it was subliminally about Gail and Oprah love for each other. That's me personally. I'm not saying that they are, but that was just me.
Well,
because
Dana, if I can interrupt for a second, Gail and Oprah were not a thing when this book was written in 1982 and when the original film came out in 86.
I know that.
Yeah, you keep saying
I know.
Gail
I know.
and Oprah. And Steve,
No,
hang on. And Steven Spielberg produced this film again. So if we can just get away from Oprah for a second, because even though she's behind it, Whoopi Goldberg was actually in the film. What did you think and feel when you saw Whoopi in the film helping Celie deliver her second baby? I think it was the second
I didn't think nothing. I'm like, so what? She's not playing Celie's mother or grandmother. She was just playing a different character, a midwife.
Okay.
They had to put Whoopi in there because she was in the original. And I'm not comparing it to the original. Let's leave the original out of it because the original is the original. And this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, because I don't like when they redo classics and then you turn it into a musical. However, I want to say something about Fantasia. She did a great job. I think this was her first major film because, mind you, she come from Broadway. So, no, she did not put her own special.
I thought she came from American Idol. Fantasia came from American Idol.
She did The Color Purple on Broadway. That's what I'm talking about.
Right, okay. Gotcha.
So when you're doing Broadway, it's different from movies, especially if this is your first major movie. So that is why, and I think people want to compare her to the original Celie. And that's what I'm saying. Everyone in there did a great job. But even with Ciara, it was too much girl power, too much modern women. You had your sister that went to Africa, came back. She still wasn't married. Your kids not speaking English, but they was raised by your English aunt. So it was.
Danny, you said Ciara? You said Ciara?
Yes, Ciara played
Okay.
Philly's sister when they were older.
Right. Nettie. Yeah, she played
Nettie.
Nettie.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You come back from Africa, you not married, and you didn't teach your nieces and nephews English. So they was trying to connect the Black American experience with Africa. That fell flat. It was.
She had a small part, Ciara. Yeah. Toward the end. Yeah. She barely recognized her. She had a head wrap. Okay, stay there, Dana. Folks, we're taking calls with regards to the Color Purple film. I saw it this morning in theaters. It's not on the free movie website yet, and it's a good thing that I went in theaters. I took my old white auntie. Janet, back to you. Janet, what did you think of Louis Gossett Jr. and David Alan Grier? Janet.
Well, he played the Reverend, of course. I mean, they had small parts, but they were poignant to the story. Mm-hmm. But I want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg as she played the midwife when delivering the baby,
Silly's
the second baby from Silly. Yeah. I believe that was passing the torch moment.
Okay. I thought it was a cameo.
Passing. No, you know, I think that was a passing the torch moment.
Right.
And also, Nettie did get married to the pastor wife. I mean, I'm sorry, did get married to the pastor once his wife passed. They did get married. She wasn't married.
No, okay. Where you? No. Where you get that at?
Hang on. Just let her talk, Dana. Go ahead, Janet. You were saying.
And so, I thought overall that Fantasia did a great job acting.
Okay.
I believe she became the character, and I know she has experience from the Broadway show.
Yeah.
But I believe this was more personal to her because she became Silly. You understand what I'm saying? She felt everything that this character would have felt.
Okay.
And it showed in her acting. It showed when in her emotions, in her facial expressions, in her tears, in her shockness. It just showed everything.
Okay. Ladies, if I can cut in for a second. Dana, let me go back to you for a second. Taraji P. Henson, in my opinion, a little too old to play Shug Avery in the new film. Never mind the older film. She's in her 50s. I mean, she's a good actress. But what'd you think about Shug Avery in the new film, Dana?
When I saw the previews a year ago, I was like, oh my God, I didn't like that casting. But watching it, she did a good job.
Okay.
She did a very good job, and they made it age appropriate.
Oh boy.
I appreciated that.
Okay.
And I noticed because I was waiting for You Sure Is Ugly. They took it out because of that woke stuff that we in right now in society.
They took that part out when Shug Avery got out the vehicle drunk. She looked at Silly. She said, "You sure is ugly."
Yes.
Hang on. Janet, what'd you think of Taraji P. Henson at her age playing Shug Avery since you saw the original? Janet.
Well, I believe that she was age appropriate. I'm in agreement with that. I do believe that we are basing our entertainer ages on what we have now, which was a younger group. But back then, people performed all their lives, and it was not such emphasis on a woman's age when she was performing, especially if she had the great singing talent that Shug has.
Okay. Janet, I have to take other calls. Dana, stay with me. I'm going to finish up with Janet. Janet, what else do you need to say to try and, put it into something with regards to your overall walking away from this film? I'm not rushing you, but you have literally a minute and a half. Janet, please.
Okay. So I take it as a learning lesson. I take it as a teachable moments.
Okay.
I take it as examples of the history of Black culture and as a whole. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to get on my own thing and talk about this.
I think you
because
should.
It's really important.
I think you should.
Because it's really important, and I don't want to make light of this because because the Black culture, Black people in America has too many scars that have not healed yet, and I believe that this movie was a part of that healing, and I think people take it more casually than they should. It was a very important film.
Didn't you send me an email saying that you and some of your coworkers were crying? You guys bonded together over this?
Yes, because we talked.
Tell us about that before you go. You got 30 seconds. Tell us about you and the coworkers.
No, because
bonding.
I can't do that because you know why? Your 30 seconds, I believe that you could keep those because it's more important to me. Gotcha. So I'm gonna go ahead, as they say, and land my plane, and you could afford someone else those 30 seconds.
Okay.
As they need them. Okay.
Thank you, Janet. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Nighty night.
Okay, nighty night. Dana, stay with me, folks. We're taking calls tonight. I watched the Color Purple film this morning. I went to the theater. And it works. It works. I'm not hating on it. I don't think there's any messages, to be honest with you. I think that in 2023 going into 2024, it's just, a Black musical. If there are Black women that want to call in and say it had some type of message to them, fine. I think it represents a time long gone. I'm pleased that nobody was, dancing in overly provocative ways. Did you appreciate that, Dana, that nobody was really acting like a hoochie mama of sorts? I mean, they were dancing, and again, it was a musical. That was cool. But do you think the Black women, for the most part, who saw this film said, hey, this was a good representation of Black women?
Yes, because no. It was a good representation of Black women not being overly raunchy because it was a time period. Yeah. So they were not overly raunchy then, unless you were at the juke joint. So okay. So yes, I appreciate that. However, you did have too many women in a masculine role. And I had a problem with that, especially during that time period. I just want to make 3 more points. Because it was a Black musical, but it fell flat. You had great talent, Fantasia, Danielle Brooks, and you did not get
Halle Bailey,
gospel.
Her who played Squeak.
Yes, her. Yes. And where was the gospel music? We're talking about the South in the 1920s to the 1940s. Mm-hmm. I did not hear not one good, deep-rooted Southern gospel song. Mm. So that's what I'm saying. The talent, they deserve the accolades, but the script, it fell flat because you had the talent and you did not give them the right music because it was a musical in the first place when it shouldn't have been. Also, what Janet said as far as Black culture, Janet is right. But the problem with that is you have to understand in this generation, it is a reprogramming of Black culture, and it's to put the Black woman on top and the Black man at the bottom, and that's the damn problem. Mm. In this movie,
stay with me for a second. I want to ask you something that I tried to give Danielle Brooks. She played Sophia. I tried to give her a chance. I have to say, I don't think, and I don't want to go back, but for those who saw the original, I don't think she did as good of a job as Oprah Winfrey did. When Oprah was walking through the cornfield, you know, you could see the anger. She was so hot you could fry an egg on top of her head, right? They didn't do that with this Sophia. She just pops up and says, "You told Harpo to beat me." When Oprah was walking through the goddamn field, you said, "Oh shit, we got a black woman on the warpath." I thought that they hang on. I thought that they missed the mark with that. That was a pivotal moment in the film, in the original film, when she's, "You told Harper to beat me."
Yes,
all my life I had to fight. Come on.
That scene, you hear her walking through the cornfields, mushing the corn leaf out of her way.
Yeah.
The sound of that.
Yeah.
That is the essence
I'm gonna
of
fuck this nigga up.
working the fields, on the farm, on the plantation. That's why it fell flat. You do not do remakes. Now, again, because we are in 2024, Danielle Brooks, Fantasia, her, they need awards. They are talent. You did not give them the space, or I would say the coaching to go there.
Okay.
So,
Dana, I hate to cut you short. I have to take other calls. I want people to chime in. I thank you, and it was great talking to you this morning. About this.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Yeah.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you, Dana. Bye now. Okay. Guys, tonight's show is sponsored by Mr. Skylar Saunders. Okay, you see it on the screen right there, youtube.com/@Skylar Saunders. I will be taking calls from sponsors tonight and other folks as well. Louis Gossett Jr., he did okay. He did okay. You know, I'm not going to compare him to you-know-who back in the days in the original film, but Louis Gossett Jr., he did okay, right? TJ, got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Sent you a cash app wishing you, and success. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. TJ, thank you for your support. Guys, at the top of the live chat is the super chat information in case you want to chime in and you can't get through on the phone lines, okay? Is it Bella? Hey, Bella. Bella says, Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Hey, Tara. Tara says, Ack is a non-FBA drunk. Happy New Year, Star. Listen, I'm one of the fathers of trolling. And I want to troll. But that word is very, very serious, you know? And the female who claimed academics woke up on top of her, she says there's a rape kit. Can we get more information? Anybody want to send me a link to this female on social media? Has she produced a rape kit? Did she go to the police? Academics said the police have been to his home on multiple occasions. And I'm not here to cape for him, but let me just say this. Having worked with him for the 3 or 4 months that we did on Everyday Struggle, I don't think that's his character to take the pussy. I really don't. And you can tag him and tell him I said so. Star doesn't believe academics took the pussy. The academics that I know, Livingston, that's his government name, he's a workaholic. And we used to see him, or maybe he still does. I haven't watched his lives in a while. Academics will fall asleep on a live, right? He and I are very similar in certain ways. We fall asleep by way of exhaustion. Not on top of the pussy. And not because we're sleepy. If I have to use astrology for those who subscribe to that, he and I are both Taurus males. Anybody in there, want to talk about astrology? We're both narcissists, driven, self-motivated, bosses. We don't fall asleep on top of the pussy. We smash for, me, less than 4 minutes. We smash, and then I roll over and I fall asleep. You finish yourself off. I don't necessarily believe he fell asleep on top of the pussy, thrusting and pounding, helping some female find her G-spot. I just don't believe that. But again, has she produced any evidence? As much as I want to troll, I can't just kick his back in because that's a sensitive word, R-A-P-E, and these times we have seen other females claim things and then not follow up. What happened to the female that was claiming Math Hoffa took the pussy? Call in if you like. If there's any updates, please bring me up to speed. But I'm just not sure. I mean, these are accusations at this point. This female now has to show us something. And if she produces evidence, then yeah, we'll kick his back in. But I just can't go there right now. Terrence, I got your donation. Okay, he says, Aka has severe daddy issues. Okay, thank you. And Nat, good to hear from you, Nat. Nat says the Lions got cheated. Go blue. Hashtag beat Bama. Okay, thank you, Nat from Michigan. Anthony, I got your donation. To an even successful 2024. Salute. Thank you, Anthony, for your support. Crown, I got your donation. Crown says Steelers pull off another win. Let's go. Okay. Hold on. And Blade tapping in. He says academics is on some shit. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more, but I want to at least bring in some phone calls here about this film that I saw this morning. I went to the early matinee. Area code 850. Are you there? 850. Yes, no, maybe. We're talking about The Color Purple. I got to get out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Area code 760. Are you there? Good evening. 760. Hey, who's this?
Oh, this is Nelson, man, from California, bro.
Hey, man, how are you? It's cracking.
I'm good. Happy holidays, by the way.
Yeah.
And I like how you intellectually spoke with the other ladies.
Thank you.
And
man.
they were very, very right in their different aspects. And I'm glad you got to experience The Color Purple.
Okay.
But if it's okay with you, I want to get into the bullshit real quick with you.
Go ahead.
2024.
Come on.
It's going to be like bullshit. All right. So I'm going to go off with one. I forgot the name, but I'm going to go off with one of the beautiful ladies said. The last one, actually. Now, I do believe that it was a love story, so to speak, with the second one, dealing with certain elements of Oprah lifestyle, because she is the one in charge. But the thing I find funny is that Taraji P. Henson just went on a kind of a rant, undertoning Oprah as being a Tyler Perry type of, like, not paying Monique type of ish, but,
okay.
You know, with that little issue or whatever. And I do believe one of the reasons I'm all over the place right now, but one of the issues is that film kind of portrayed kicking the black man back in once again. And the agenda, and I'm not trying to be conspiracy-wise, but that agenda of the strong black woman, you already know how they twerking and everything now, thinking we need the coin, we don't need a dude to do this and that, and I'm not trying to curse. We don't need, you know.
Sir, did you see the film?
Yeah. No, I did not. I'll probably see it tomorrow.
All right.
But,
well, sir, can I ask you to call back? Because, you know, it's kind of, where I want to give somewhat of a detailed breakdown tonight. I appreciate the call, but
okay.
Call back.
Respect.
Right? Thank you, sir. I'm going to talk a hole in my head. You didn't even see the goddamn film. I woke up my old white auntie and I said, hey, I'm coming to get you. We're going to take a ride and go get breakfast. I drove down to Cape May and put her in the wheelchair. I said, let's go. I said, hey, have you ever seen the Color Purple movie? She said, no. She never saw the original. Lex Diamond's got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. He says, salute fam, happy new year. Hashtag troll gang. Okay. Elvis, I got your donation. Elvis the Chef Rosenberg. Okay, thank you. Okay, folks, I heard the alleged victim screaming in this footage of what appears to be DJ Academics walking into his studio. Is that real? people take audio and put it with video these days. Everybody knows how to use Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, Final Cut. I mean, I could do that shit myself. Again, not trying to cape for academics, but is that real? He put up a post saying fake as fuck. Okay, hold on a second. And hey Sharon, I got your donation. Yeah, Sharon. I've been a proud 2-minute brother for decades. Decades. I'm not the guy to help you find your G spot. Most of my girlfriends have left me. I'm never gonna be on top of you sweating, pounding the pussy, hitting the bottom, blowing your back out, tearing it out the frame. I mean, I'm capable of it. I'm well endowed. TMI, I'm sure. But no. I've had girls say to me, do you even like me? I said, yeah. I'm a very methodical mover. I'll even say this, in terms of black women, you have to give me the pussy. I will never make the first move. But thank you for your donation, okay? Brandon, I got your donation. Happy New Year, Highlander. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Guys on the screen, ads.com. That's a great platform where you can take your content and gain traction. You can build up your channel. Go there. Tell them I sent you, okay? The Streets, I got your donation via PayPal. Star of the Streets need a body. What's snitching? The Snitch Network cooking up for the Fed soon. Well, sir, I mean, academics might be a body. I don't know. I want to give him a chance, as I think most of us guys, we should do. However, if this female has gone to the police and there is a report and, she gets to filing lawsuits, he may be food out here. He might be food, but thank you for your donation. Guys, I have sponsors that I do want to promote tonight, okay? And if you are a sponsor, please feel free to call in. Tonight's a great night. I'm sitting here sipping a little wine. In fact, I'm sipping some Black Girl Magic. I'm sipping some Black Girl Magic wine tonight, huh? Any chat niggas in the live chat? Any chat niggas want to call in or just give me some info on academics? Is he okay? I don't believe academics fell asleep on top of some pussy. I mean, he and I never hung out, so I don't know how he really, really moves like that. But, just... I can't see it. Yo, that nigga stays on his phone. I used to come into Complex in the mornings and I'm hyped in charge. I just took a fucking hydroxy cut and some black coffee. He's there in the green room. He says, hey, Ak, what up? He say, what up, Star? That nigga always on the goddamn phone. He's a workaholic. And I need to know, is that the same female that he said stole $500K? He said he got the $500K back, right? Oh, here's something else I want to mention. Woo! Academics, for those who are fully in the loop, didn't he send a warning to Charlemagne, Adam 22, and somebody else to say, watch how you speak on my name, troll babies, with regards to this, these accusations? And so watch how you speak on my name. I got smoke for you niggas. I mean, I'm just paraphrasing. Charlemagne, let that nigga know, boy. Take your head off. And who else? Adam 22. And was there somebody else? I don't want to go too deep into that direction, but I think academics has realized something about Charlemagne. I don't want to, go there unless I need to. Oh yeah, Whack 100. Okay, yeah, he sent out. Thank you. Who is that? PTRY15. Yeah, Whack 100. Charlemagne, a.k.a. Lesser Charge, who, according to 2 females, is a rapist. And Adam 22. He's all 3 of them niggas. Watch how you play with my name. Shit. Let's go to area code 251. Good evening. It's Sunday. We're talking about the Color Purple film. I saw it. Did you? 251.
No, I didn't see it. But I can tell you about academics.
Please. What's the latest? You have the tea? What's the latest?
Yeah. So the girl who stole the $500K, that was his girlfriend, and the girl that's claiming the sexual assault, that was somebody he's known for about 2 years. But he invited her over, and 2 of his friends ran a train on her.
Now, this is all alleged, and if I'm not mistaken, he said he got the $500K back. She went down to Houston.
Yeah.
Went down to Houston. She hooked up with some nigga, bought a Benz, but he said he got the money back. Yes.
Yeah, he said he got it back, but I'm not sure if he got it back.
Do you have the Instagram link to his current girlfriend? I got busy. I couldn't really look for her. But it's 2 different females, right?
Yeah, the girl who is his girlfriend, her Instagram's Shay Glizzy.
Can you send that to me, please? Or what is it? Shay?
Yeah.
SHAY?
CHEY. Glizzy.
CHEY.
GLIZZY.
Okay. How old is she? He likes him, young, but of age. Shay Glizzy.
22.
Oh, she's tender. Sweet sweet Jesus. No, I see an account that's private. Is that her?
Yeah, light-skinned girl.
Yeah.
She's mixed.
Yeah. Those light-skinned bitches are the worst. You see, I told you. Light-skinned bitches in trouble. Go ahead. You were saying? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I lost where I was at, but that's the girlfriend, and on that video where you heard the yelling where he walked in,
yeah, what was
that? Was
there?
the girlfriend. That was the girlfriend in the background from, I think 2 days ago. His live came online without him knowing.
Okay,
and he had just exposed her. He did his little live video where he talked about how she stole $500K. So Act claims that.
Now, hang on. So you said that's 2 different females. You said the one
right
who's claiming, he woke up on top of her. That's not the one who took the $500K. It's a different one.
Right. That's a different girl.
Yeah. What is her name? Do you have her IG information? Is she going?
She had a YouTube up, but it's gone now.
Is she cloud chasing? Is she capping?
I think. See, what happened was Ack. He passed out, right?
Yeah.
And he woke up, and I guess he checked his security cam, and he seen his 2 friends pretty much giving her the business, and he was jealous, so he showed the girl. He started shaming the girl, and then he showed her the video.
Supposedly, he saw her on the video footage. He didn't see them in person.
Yeah, on the home video footage. Yeah.
Right.
So he showed her that footage, and then that's when she started saying, "Oh no, this someone right."
He told her about the footage first. He told her, "Bitch, you're scandalous," and she kept saying, "Show me the footage." Right.
So if he would have never shown her the footage, I don't think he would even be in this situation. I think he let his emotions take advantage of him and kind of forced him into showing her that footage and speaking on that situation. Okay. And that's when she flipped everything. So now he's involved in
In your opinion, sir, is the female?
In my opinion,
is she capping? Is she just trying to get a come up? Did she get slutted out by a couple of niggas? Was she on the perk 30? You know, sipping the Casamigos, and she got she got caught getting double penetrated. Now she's talking about, you know, you woke up on top of me. Is that where we are? I'm just asking.
Yeah, that's what we on, man. That bitch was drunk and they fucked her.
I'm riding with Ike until we see proof. Until we see proof. I'm riding with Ike, my nigga. Go ahead and finish up. Let's go.
Yeah, so I'm with Ike on this one.
Yeah,
I think she just wanted some attention because he didn't even mention who she was, and she came out like,
yeah.
I'm done saving you. And,
right.
Yeah, so
yeah.
She
you choked me and put coke up my nose. You threatened to throw me off the balcony at 250 East Houston Street, apartment 7X. Yeah. I'm calling Hot 97. I'm gonna get you fired. I've been there. I've been there.
That's what he's going through right now.
Hey, thanks for the call, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Had a bitch back in the days, man, up on at my apartment, 250 East Houston Street. Bitch up in there doing the most. Talking crazy. Had to defend myself. Grabbed the bitch by the neck. Hang on a second. A bountiful soul. Hey, Janet. Janet says, Happy New Year's for the machine. Thank you, Janet. And Janet, thank you for taking the time to talk about the film. I enjoyed it. It worked. I looked at this film as of today, 2023. Never mind the old film, even though, you know, nobody's going to outdo Whoopi Goldberg in terms of being silly. But I fuck with Fantasia. I thought Fantasia did a good job. Sir Shy, got your donation. Okay, he's taking shots again. Something about the new movie, The Color Bussy. Thank you, Sir Shy. Oh, Lex Diamond says, will that be the last mammy you hang up on? Fuck that. Nah, man, listen, I gave her a chance, but don't start trying to talk on top of me and through me and then all that slick shit. You know, and you haven't even seen the goddamn film. I'm giving women the chance to call in. I'll fall back. Did anybody get time to Google to see if that film was set on Driftwood Beach? It said in the early part of that movie, The Color Purple, it said Georgia Coast. That was Driftwood Beach. If anybody who cares, down there, you know, on Jekyll Island. You guys remember when I was on my road trip? What took place on Jekyll Island with regards to the Federal Reserve? There were Native Americans on that island, you know, and that whole region on Driftwood Beach. Okay, they don't care. What are you talking about, old nigga? Pardon me, I'm old. Hold on a second. Hey, Penelope, got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Happy New Year to you as well, okay? Guys, please check out my sponsors on the screen, my showrunner, okay? All right. And let me go to Blade. Blade says, this shit with academics makes me understand why you don't allow company over at your place. Church. Well, Blade, as you should know, I have become my father. My father didn't fuck with company back in the 70s. You know, people coming over, especially white folk, you know, only my mother and her family had to make appointments to come over. My father was one of them them Southern niggas from North Carolina. He just didn't like people coming in the home, you know? You've heard me say this before. And I'm the same way. There's nothing here for you. There's nothing in the refrigerator for you. I have no furniture. There's no place for you to sit. So what's the point of coming over? I don't know, but academics is a different type of guy, you know, and hey, if he, you know, believes in company and all that sort of jazz, he did say, hang on, he said one of his flaws was being too trustworthy to friends. I hope that changes, because in the quote unquote industry, you don't have any friends. You have industry acquaintances. Okay. Hey, Miss Ruth, thank you for your donation. Miss Ruth says, Happy New Year, Star. Thank you, Miss Ruth. Good to hear from you. Thank you for your support as always. Let me bring in area code 206. Oh, we're coming up on the new year. Are you there? 206, talking about a few topics. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening.
What's up, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you? It's cracking.
I'm doing all right. This is Ron calling from Seattle, Washington.
Hey, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I want to chime in on my opinion about the New Color Purple.
Yes, sir. Did you see the film?
I did, yep.
Oh.
I actually saw it on Christmas, and I saw the first one.
Okay.
So I think what I'm noticing is that the younger people that haven't seen the older one love it, you know, but the people that seen the older one, we just can't get the older one out of our mind because, in my opinion, the new one is good, but the other one was great.
Right.
And you remember when, did you ever watch American Idol?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you remember Simon used to always say that if you're going to take on a person with a Whitney, a Mariah, a Luther, you got to do it better than them. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, they did okay, but none of them really did as well as any of the other people in the first one.
Can I ask how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 52. I just turned 52 on Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you, man. I really tried to go see this film and just look at it as a piece of art today and not compare it to the original. But there was a few things, as you may.
Honestly, were you able to do it?
I'm sorry. Say again.
Were you able to do it? Because I tried to do it too, but I couldn't.
Well, I think I did, because the film is it's cool. It's okay. It's okay. It's not trash. I thought Fantasia did a good job. However, Whoopi Goldberg her acting was so unique, you know. And
all of them though, Whoopi, Oprah, even the old dad in the first one. You know what I'm saying? All of them were just so much above the people in the new, and like you said, they were okay. They did good for what they could do, you know. But every single person in the first one was just phenomenal.
Adolph Caesar, whoo,
yeah,
huh? Now, salute to Louis Gossett Jr. He tried. I'm not mad at Louis Gossett Jr., but you know, we baby boomers. You said you're 52. I'm 59.
Yes, sir.
We have to try to accept the new things and not be overly critical, not be cynical and condescending. So, I thought the film worked for the most part. I was just curious as to why they took that part out when Shug Avery said to Celie, "You show is ugly." You know, and then
you know why I think they did that was because when they did that, then for years, for decades, then they just kept calling Whoopi Goldberg ugly, 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 right? And I think they didn't want to put that connotation on Fantasia. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think that the period when it came out, 1986. It was still the tail end of good dialogue in films. Late 80s or early 90s is when technology started becoming a big thing. And, you know, we're in the whole woke period now and everybody's super fucking sensitive. But that's your opinion.
I've seen interviews with Whoopi lately,
Okay.
and she talks about them, and she said that's the one thing that offended her in the film.
Really?
She said the world, and she said the world thought she was ugly, but she said she never thought she was ugly, and her mom didn't raise her to think she was ugly.
I stand corrected if that's what you say. So let's go back for a second. So who did you go see the film with?
Oh, my best friend took me as a birthday gift.
Oh. Okay. Would you care to expand?
You said what?
Would you care to expand? Your best friend, he took you to see the film on Christmas.
Right.
Okay.
As my birthday gift.
Okay. You have the floor, sir. You have the floor.
Say it again.
You have the floor. Your best friend, he took you.
Right. That's what I went to go see with my best friend. We've known each other since we was like 8.
Okay. Did the two of you cry at any point? Because there was an emotional scene toward the end with Ciara and Fantasia, you know. And did you?
That scene didn't land for me, and I've been watching a lot of reviews from just YouTubers, regular people, and a lot of people didn't really feel that scene, you know.
Okay.
So no, to answer your question, I didn't.
Okay.
But I was entertained. I was thoroughly entertained. I liked what they brought to it,
Right.
but I wasn't blown away.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like the first one blew me away.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like example, like when the Fugees redid "Killing Me Softly," they really took it to a different level. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
When Whitney
You are old.
did,
You are old.
bro, you older than me.
Well, now, hang on. Who did the original Killing Me Softly? Tell the babies who don't know.
Roberta Flack, the classic.
Queen! Roberta Flack, goddamn. Get it right.
The Queen, yeah.
Queen.
But just like another example, when Whitney redid "I Will Always Love You," you know what I'm saying? She took it to a whole different level.
Yeah.
So for me, if you're gonna take a movie that's that beloved, you know, you gotta take it to a different level. And I don't feel like they did, but it was entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it was trash.
Okay. Hey man, I appreciate.
Oh, and you know what?
Ahead,
and let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
So for me, I felt like Taraji overacted in that movie. You know what I'm saying? I was not feeling her in that movie. What about you? How you feel about what she did?
I think she was too old for the part, to be honest with you. She's too old to play Shug Avery, even in the new film. You know, never mind the original, but she's too old to be Shug Avery.
Well, you know, the girl that played the first Nettie, you know, she was 30 years old. No, the first Fantasia. I mean, the girl that played Fantasia, the young Fantasia, she's 30.
Okay, I'm okay with that though. But you know, Shug Avery was a very focal point of the original, the novel, and the musical, and I just thought Taraji P. Henson was too old. But that's just my opinion. Hey man, thank you for your call. Thank you.
All right, thank you too.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep.
Star Report back in the building. Okay, it's Sunday night, and I'm talking about the new Color Purple film. I went to see it this morning, and it works. It works for me. I saw the original film in theaters twice. Monumental film. Monumental. I'm not going to hold this film, you know, in that same regard, but it's okay. I really, you know, of course, I wanted to talk to you guys about it to stay in line with the trending topics that we do. Salute to Fantasia. She did a good job. If she gets any awards for this film, she will be very deserving of them. I will say that. Whoopi Goldberg is in this film. She has a cameo, in case you guys were wondering. I didn't see Oprah, unless I missed it. Thank you, Jesus. But again, for those who saw the original, you already know Whoopi gave such a impactful, stellar, memorable performance that they it was smart for them to do that, to bring her back so you could just see her. And I didn't expect that. I didn't do a whole lot of reading, before going to see this film. I'm the type of person, I'm a extensive reader. I have been since the 70s. But I don't necessarily hold films, to the same regard as a book. Books are different. And today's generation, they're not going to take the time to go back and read a book. They just go, they're in the theater texting, or they get somewhat of an idea of what's going on before they go, and they either connect to the film or they don't. I think that today's generation will connect. Fantasia singing, Halle Bailey, she did a good job. I didn't even mention her, pardon me. She did a good job. I recommend the film. As I said earlier, take your wife. If you're married, take your wife. Take your side chick. I think they will enjoy it. I don't know about the kids, though, because, kids, certain things can be impressionable. And this film still has that underlying theme that the black man, the heterosexual black man, is a monster, toxic, if you will, mean, and all that sort of jazz. Sit tight on the phones. I see you guys. Who's texting me? Hey, Lenice. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I got a sponsor. What? Call now. Are you calling from the same area code? Mervis, what area code are you calling in from, sir? Let's get you on the line. Any other sponsors, and you want to, be a part of the process here, reach out to me. Okay, you guys have my information. Hold on a second. Got a sponsor that might be tapping in the meantime. Let me bring in area code. Okay, no, that's somebody here. That's a female who's got an issue with me. Hi, Rosemary. How are you, dear? She's still trying to expose me. Thank you so much. Skylar Saunders, are you busy? Where are you, sir? Hold on, guys. I made a mistake here. With regards to the email address for all business matters, thehater1964 at yahoo.com. I say again, here you go. Pow, on the screen. Thehater1964 yahoo.com. Angel, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. You're not going to go see the film. You think it's blasphemy to redo The Color Purple. How old are you, sir? Do you have children? I said to myself at my age, I don't want to be in that mind frame where I can't accept the new. I really went in there. What did I get? I got some popcorn, some M&M peanuts, small soda, long-ass previews. Oh, my God. And then the film comes on, and I said, okay, this is what it is. This is the new film here. Okay, call now. Call now. One of my sponsors is asking when. Call now, okay? Hold on, guys. Sir Shy, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Whoa. What's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles? I'm not up to speed. Sir Shy, I'm not up to speed. Are they in the playoffs? Before I go to the phone lines. Sir Shy, what's going on with the Eagles? Left-handed, are you out there? Florida Boy J. Oh, my goodness. Hey, cousin Marcy. Call in, Marcy. It's New Year's Eve. Where are you? Okay. Hang on a second, guys. Maybe I'll Google this real fast. What happened to the Eagles? Did they get knocked out? Hold on a second. Okay, so they lost to the Cardinals. Okay. Are they out of the playoffs? They're now 11-5. They were undefeated for a while. Okay. Damn, they lost to the Cardinals, who who are now 4-12. Oh, Yada Bear, where are you? Yada Bear, come on, Yada Bear. Oh, wait a minute, I got Johnny Too Cool tapping in. Johnny, always good to hear from you, man. But if you didn't see the movie, tonight's not the night, Johnny. What's going on, man?
Hello, sir. How you doing, sir?
I'm great, man. What's cracking with you?
I'm good here. Officially engaged.
Can you send me pictures? You said that last time. Can you send me a picture? Show me the ring on your fiance's hand. Can you do that?
She's here. You want to talk to her?
Sure. Why not? Absolutely. Talk to Johnny Too Cool's fiance.
Hello.
Hey, baby, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you really?
Good to finally meet you.
Are you Johnny Too Cool's fiance?
I am.
Congrats. Have we spoke before?
We have not. This is my first time talking to you.
Okay. Johnny's a good guy. He calls my show. He spends money with me. I met him one time. Does he still have that blonde thing, that dye in his hair from the clubs?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations on your upcoming wedding.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Johnny's what, 27, 28? I forget.
Yeah, he's 28.
Okay. And you are, if you don't mind me asking?
27.
27. Okay. Can I ask you a personal question? I mean no offense.
Go ahead.
Johnny has been very honest with us in the past, over the years, and females that he has dated, for some reason, they have been very physical with him. Have you yourself put your hands on him?
Never. I would never do that to my king.
That's what the last two girls said. Are you some type?
Well, I'm not like the last two girls.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're saying?
I'm not like the last two girls. That's why he wipes me up.
Can I ask your ethnicity?
I'm Hispanic.
Okay. Well, what part of? Can you be a little bit more specific? Johnny is Colombian. What exactly are you?
Colombian as well.
Okay. A little hot-tempered, yes. A little hot-tempered.
Oh, occasionally.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, I'm going to get back to my show. We're talking about The Color Purple. Have you or Johnny seen that film?
No, we haven't.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate you speaking up on behalf of Johnny. He's a good guy. I wish you all the best, and tell Johnny he and I will talk another time, okay?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
We saw the Bambaataa movie.
All right.
We saw the Bambaataa movie.
Johnny, we'll talk later. Thank you, man.
All right, bro.
Okay. Johnny Too Cool tapping it. He always puts his girls on the phone. I have to respect that. Okay, here we go. Hang on a second, guys. Let me get one of my sponsors on the line. Mervis, is that you, sir? Tapping in from area code 912. Mervis.
What up, Star?
Hey, man, how are you?
Hey, man, chilling out, man. Me and my business partner, Q, we on the line.
Q, salute, man. Good to hear from you guys.
How you doing?
Great, man. Thank you for being a supporter. Happy New Year. Tell us about the vodka, man. We've been trying to get you, on the line here. You guys are moving, shaking, and popping, but tell us about the vodka. I'm about to take a sip right now whilst we're talking.
That's what's up. So, yeah, man, pretty much, man, we just, we started out in business a long time ago, man, back in like 09.
Okay.
I'm a featured barber, you know what I'm saying? I started a barbershop called Chop It Up Barbershop over here in Washington.
Okay.
In 2005. And from there, later down the road, met my guy Q right here, and we linked up and expanded to now owning 8 locations.
Nice.
We got one in Georgia, one in Detroit, and 6 over here in Seattle, Washington. So pretty much, man, from there, with our business background, it was always Q's idea that he wanted to start a vodka. And he was riding with me with my idea and my concept with the barbershop business. and it was about time for us to jump in that lane in 2017.
Okay.
So then that's when we decided to go ahead and come up with a concept, a name. We designed the bottle. We did everything we had to do to get the product launched finally in 2020.
Okay.
And so, it's been an ongoing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're familiar with the business Star, but, it's a tough business to crack into because, it's just like,
it's a very
it's crazy, man. It's
if I can interrupt.
yeah, especially when it's all funded.
Very
you know what I'm saying? You coming out of your pocket.
tough
Yeah.
business. Yeah, man. Tell us about the
But
name.
we stand behind our product. Not to cut you off, but we stand behind our product
Okay.
strongly. Like we really put a lot of thought into it, from the name all the way down to the actual product.
Tell us about the name.
Is great.
Where does this name come from? Because this is made in America. One would assume this is some type of African vodka, but it's made in America. Tell us about the name.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm gonna pass it on to Q. So I want to get so he can give you the little background on the name.
Okay, Q, what do you got, man, in terms of the name?
Yeah, so the name Zawadi, it means the gift in Swahili.
Okay.
So Swahili being one of the first spoken languages, in the world, and it's, again, like you mentioned, African descent. So we're African Americans, right? I feel like everyone in the world stems from some part of Africa, if you believe it or not, right? So
Absolutely.
and again,
all things started in Africa. Go ahead, sir.
Indubitably. So we wanted to tap into the gift, like put a gift in a bottle. So the name, again, means the gift. So it's our gift to the world. The taste of it, our slogan, taste is a gift, right? So it all ties in together, and the purity of it,
Okay.
So
And I like to
go
say, everybody ain't got good taste, man. So you know what I'm saying? Having good taste is a gift. So,
Yeah, listen, I'm not just saying this because you guys are a sponsor. I've been a vodka drinker for decades, and I can honestly drink this without a chaser, and it doesn't have that crazy afterburn. So you guys are putting out a good product. I'm almost out of the second bottle. I'm going to need 2 more when you get time.
Okay.
Where can people find this aside from your website, zawadivodka.com? Where else can they get this?
So we as Mervis mentioned earlier, we're going, state to state to try to break the barrier. Some states are controlled states, roughly 17 in the U.S.
Okay.
So currently we're in Washington State, so in bars, liquor stores, restaurants. We just got into Right Kitchen in Mount Vernon, New York.
Okay.
So we're there now. In the new year, in a few months, we'll be online, so you can order it, anywhere in the country online shortly.
Nice.
So
yeah, that's the goal, is for us to get distribution online. You know what I mean? We trying to, if anybody that watches your show that could possibly, link us in with the proper connects. That's one of our main objectives right now, is to be able to get it across state lines. We licensed, certified as distributors, but we can only technically sell to liquor stores. We don't sell direct to retailers, like, people that just want to buy a bottle.
Right.
So we got to kind of partner up, and we got to find people that are willing to sell our product right now. You know what I mean? And that's our main objective. That's the groundwork we're putting in. So we just kind of want to get people to get the idea of the bottle, support it, ask for it in your local liquor stores.
Okay.
So that, so that they can kind of request the product from us, and then we're able to get it to people. But for right now, as Quentin was saying, our objective right now is to get online so people can just order it directly from our website.
So right now you're doing direct to consumer for the most part, yes?
Right.
Okay. So you're based in Seattle, Washington?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We distribute out of Seattle, Washington right now. We produce, our distillery is over on the East Coast, but we actually distribute out of Washington.
For some strange reason, I fell in love with that place, Seattle, man. I don't know if you guys know, but Last November, I took a road trip and I took an Amtrak from Atlanta out to Seattle, and then I rented an RV and drove all the way down to San Diego. And I stopped at, of course, Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee's gravesite. What is that? Lakeview Cemetery in Seattle. A really nice vibe, man. A really nice vibe.
Yeah, man, Seattle's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Seattle's dope, man.
Yeah, I went to the
a lot of opportunity.
I went to the Space Needle.
Yes.
Went to the Space Needle and hung out there for a couple of days. Well, listen, I appreciate you guys. Let me know what else we can do. Maybe we can get a little creative. Maybe some type of giveaways, something in different markets with regards to your product. As I said, I've been sampling it, and I'm almost out. So let's re-up when you get a minute, okay?
That's what's up. We got you, man. We got you. But right now, you know what I'm saying, for people to get a good update on what we got going on, we try to just make sure we tell people to just follow us right now on Instagram, man. We trying to get off the ground. So pretty much anything that we got coming up, anything that we're working on, we just going to make the announcement on Instagram.
Okay.
Again, our link to our website is on our website page. It's called Zawadi Vodka on Instagram, Zawadi Vodka. And so, you know what I'm saying, if people could just follow us, man, that'd be a good look.
Okay.
Appreciate all the listeners, man.
Are you guys on TikTok as well?
No, no, not yet.
Not right now.
Gotta get on TikTok. Gotta get on TikTok, man. Let's talk behind the scenes. Because again, I like the taste. The quality is good. Let's talk behind the scenes. I appreciate you guys. All right.
All right. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Have a great New Year. Thank you.
All right. You too.
Okay.
All right.
Take care. All right. One of my sponsors, folks, Zawadi Vodka. If you want to be a sponsor, reach out via email. Let's talk about it. I give my sponsors what's called premium placement, okay? Creel, I got your donation. Creel says, Happy New Year, Detective Lopez. Creel snitching. Anybody want to talk about the film, The New Color Purple? I enjoyed it. If you're an older person from my generation or 10 years younger than me, again, go see it and don't go to compare it to the original. This is a musical. When they start singing and dancing, just say, hey, I'm here, you know. I kept checking on my auntie to see if she had fell asleep. I said, Psst, you okay? You okay? She said, Cousin Marcy, where are you? Call in, girl. Good to hear from you, as always. AF twice. Academics had a freak off. Now he's in a nigger quagmire. I'm not going to kick his back in, just yet. I mean, I need more evidence. Takeem got your donation. The two snake. Okay, you're talking crazy, sir. Thank you for your donation. What else do I want to say about this film? Hang on a second, guys. I want to make sure I'm premiering. I can't help to think, because of my age, that you can't hold films that have predominantly black cast, you can't hold them to the standard of the dominant society. Is anybody up to speed on Bollywood? Let me Google that real quick. Bollywood. You guys know about Bollywood? Hang on, let me Google this so I don't say the wrong thing. Okay, Bollywood, according to Wikipedia, refers to the film industry based in Muabi. Indian cinema. It's huge. It's huge. I watch some of their films. Anybody in the live chat watch any films from Bollywood? I don't just watch science fiction and, American films. I watch South Korean films on the Free Movie website, of course. If you guys don't know about the Free Movie website, send a donation. Somebody, may or may not get back to you. I can't just outright steer something that's illegal, but the color purple, don't just hold it to the standards of the dominant society, white America. We're beyond that. We're so beyond that. And I was able to look at this film and say to myself, is this a good film? Don't just go in hating just to hate. The older generation, they had their fun, they had their run, but this is a new project. Newt, I got your donation. Johnny Too Cool, be careful. That's FBJ catfishing. Okay. Hold on a second. Guys, what's going on with the goddamn Eagles? Let me text left hand. Who's that they called his name? Can you? Give me a second, guys. Floated by Jay, are you out there, sir? Also, any updates on Russell Wilson, guys? Is Russell Wilson too nice? I saw him speaking about, I want to play here with regards to the Broncos. He's been benched for the rest of the season. Really nice guy, just maybe he's too nice, Shanice, I got your donation. Okay, she says, the new color purple is trash. Wow, really? You saw it and you say it's trash. Okay, I would love for you to call in and speak about it. Not that you have to agree with me. I'm looking for opposing views. Marshall Bussington says, to the listener who called in and went to see The Color Purple with his male acquaintance, would you like to go back to see the film? ? Dinner afterwards? Oh, okay, so you're asking. Let's not clown the man. He said he went with his longtime friend. It's a problem. It's a problem. Hold on a second, please. Okay. Lex Diamond's got your donation. Yo, fam, you good? Happy New Year. I'm in New York, but I loves me a Compton nigga. Huh? Okay, ZL is the greatest. What do you mean, Zach Lee? I haven't heard from Zach Lee in a while. I think the live chat teamed up on him and what do you call that? They did something to Zach Lee. They shadow banned him. Zach, are you out there? Are you okay? By the way, my real name is okay. I'm not going to say your real name. Thank you so much for tapping in. Left-handed said, give him a second, guys. Everybody hold on. I have to respond to this email. And I'm also looking for updates on DJ Academics. He's been accused, but I'm not going to, not going to play that game and drag him, Guys, has Charlemagne addressed, well, today's Sunday. Has Charlemagne addressed DJ Academics? His situation? Academics damn near said, keep my name out your mouth to Charlemagne, Whack 100, and Adam 22. Damn near a threat. Talking about, I got smoke for you niggas. Watch how you speak on my name. Hold on, guys. Okay. I had responded to somebody's email. Very, very important. Let me finish up with regards to the film here. If there's anything else that I need to say. At this particular time in Black society, does this film, does it hurt? Does it hurt the struggle of Black America? Or does it not even matter? Janet called in earlier. Thank you, Janet. Janet said it had so many messages. I disagree. I don't think it has any message. I think it's just a film. It's just a musical. I don't think it's that deep, and that's, with all due respect to Janet. It's such a long, long time ago with regards to the quote-unquote Black family. I don't think that there's anything that today's Black family, if you will, can be inspired by. People don't even eat together anymore. Families don't eat together. I think it has its place in history. I never read the book. Anybody read the book? I did not. But it has its place, and I think that's it. There's nothing more to be said. But I'll take a few more calls. Phone lines open right now if you care to, okay? Marvin, I got your donation. He says, Happy New Year, big nigga. Thank you, sir. I want to try to hang out till midnight, but we can change the topic if you guys like. Okay, someone pretending to be, is this really you? Do you want to call in? Where you been, man? Is that really him? Is that really Zach Lee? Why don't you, what happened, Zach? Call in. The phone number's on the screen. Troll babies, did you guys, did you get him shadow banned? Folks, give me a second. I got to go left from the show. Did you guys, I think you did. You teamed up because we have had to unblock him or not unblock him. We had to do something with regards to his page so that he could get back in the live chat. Zach, where are you, man? Mark, I got your donation. He says, the tea on Ack I donated just to give you the tea. The girl accusing academics. Okay, send me the link, sir. Send the link. Okay, the police raided academics' house for security footage, and everyone involved was cleared. I think she might be clout chasing. Yeah, I heard him say that. He was talking about guns and stuff. Ack, please don't do that. Don't talk about guns in New Jersey. No, don't do that, homie. But thank you, Mark. I got your email. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm waiting on Zach Lee to call in. Hi, Shanita. How are you? Happy New Year to you as well. Okay, she sent me 3 paragraphs. I can't read that, darling. No. Okay, am I serious about not helping a woman find her G-spot? No, I'm not that guy. No. I'm what they used to call a selfish lay, you know? I'm not the guy to help you get off. We're working up a sweat. You know, no. But thank you for your support. Oh, there he is. Area code 302, Mr. Skylar Saunders.
Happy New Year, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me get your information on the screen. Good to hear from you. For those who don't know, tonight's show is sponsored by youtube.com / @Sky Saunders. It's on the screen. Where do you want to start, sir?
I want to first and foremost, just to say thank you,
okay,
sincerely, and with all no bullshit, nothing. Just thank you for putting a battery on my back when I was like, do I have to pick up the video again? I tried that in the 2000s and 2010s. I'm gonna just stick to this writing stuff. And then you said no, they want to hear your voice, they want to see your face.
Just go live.
I was like, all right, let me try.
Just go live.
Go live, nigga. And I heeded your word, and I'm getting money. Like it just makes sense. So I have to say sincerely, thank you. Just off the rip.
Thank you for taking heed to my words, man. Because for those who don't know, Skylar Saunders, and I'm not just saying this to say this, he is a phenomenal writer. You served in the U.S. military, the Marines. You've traveled. Yes. Yeah, man, just go live. And what did we just post in the community section? One of your latest videos. Yes, can you take us back? I got time. I got so much time tonight.
Okay, so which one? Let me see which one it was. Because my latest one was about ACT.
Okay,
but
come on, talk about it. Academics. Let's go.
Yeah. I did the same thing. I'm like, it's a weird situation because it's about the surveillance video. Mm-hmm. It's about, like you said, and I had the story earlier. It wasn't even, the video wasn't even out, to my understanding. It didn't have the audio attached to it. So he was just saying how he was just defending himself. Basically, he's the only one in his corner that's defending him, him on this line of questioning. So I'm like, you know what? You've met the man. You've been in his presence. He said he's a workaholic. And so, I mean, I'm waiting for the hard evidence. Like I said that in my video. I think I said I need physical evidence of this. Just not her say so, just because she said so.
Right.
I need to have actual evidence. And I saw they talked about the R. I'm just going to spell it out. RAPE kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Can I jump in, Skylar? Can I jump in?
Yes, sir.
Because
yes, sir.
You and I talk behind the scenes. With regards to your latest video, put academics' name first in the title. You need to be in that algorithm. Your title should be saying academics, DJ Academics, accused. You've got woman accuses, but put his name first because that algorithm is looking for, things that are trending. Put his name first. DJ Academics accused. Don't put sexual assault in the title because it won't recommend videos with those words. DJ Academics accused of horrendous things or something like that, egregious or transgressions, but don't use sexual assault in the title. Okay.
Absolutely, Roger that. Roger that.
Yeah.
No, seriously, Roger that. I'm doing that as we're speaking right now because I had the power. But yeah, the only reason why the reason why I did that is because you had previous intelligence for me. You gave me wisdom. You said use the exact titles from the storage, like I usually go to 3 main hip hop things.
Don't tell too much information right now. I'm sipping. Let's talk behind the scenes. Don't give him too much.
Okay, good. Okay.
Hey, and one more thing, Skylar. You have to get a new picture for your header. You got to get something.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on.
I'm going to be talking to Kurt DZ.
Yeah.
Get
something about
exact thing.
Current topics, current events, news, something, because right now you're looking like you're on a perky in your your header.
It's facts though.
Looks like you're on a perky. Respectfully, all right.
It's facts. It's facts. It's facts. It's facts.
Okay. Hey man, great to hear from you. And you let's talk behind the scenes again about thumbnails. I want you to we got to get you to 1,000 subscribers in the month of January. Yeah. That's the goal. Can we do that?
Definitely.
Okay.
We can do that. We can make that happen.
Okay. Thank you for your support as always, Skylar. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, sir. We hope to make a whole lot of money in the new year.
Absolutely. Thank you much. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Take care.
Skylar Saunders tapping in. Okay. Sunday night, folks. Coming up on the new year. What a beautiful, beautiful weekend I had. I'm really close to finding a place in the North Carolina Emerald Isle area. I've been doing research on yachts. I'm going to try. I don't know if I can do it this year, but I want to purchase a small yacht, maybe $250K at the most, and live on the yacht for a year. I want to sail from North Carolina down the coast, Florida, down to Tybee Island, Georgia. I just want to do me, you know, but I'll keep you guys posted. Earl, I got your donation. The new color purple wasn't a passing of the torch. It was a passing down of tune-ups. Okay. Thank you for your support, sir. Okay. Let me go back here for a second. Hold on, guys. Wait a minute. Is that left-handed on a Sunday evening? Left-handed.
Peace. Let's go, man. Happy New Year, yo.
Same to you, man. Down and in sports on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with the Eagles, man? They just took a L to the 4-12 Cardinals. Are they still in the playoffs? The Eagles.
Yeah, man. First of all, I just want to give all respect due to my co-D and my partner in this, Yada Bear.
Yada Bear.
Philadelphia Eagles, man, they going through it right now, man. They lost at home in a game that they was fully expected to win. It just got out of hand early, and they tried, it was too late for them to catch up, man. A lot of mistakes, you know what I mean? But the Eagles have been playing down to the competition for a little bit more than a month now, and it's reflected in their record. As far as the playoffs is concerned, they still can clinch the division. You know what I mean? With a win next week. But I think that, this season is going to be over early, man.
Okay.
I don't see them, doing too far as far as the playoffs is concerned because, again, a lot of stuff is catching up to them. It might be internal.
Okay.
They talked earlier this season about how they got all those guys from Georgia in the draft and how that defense is supposed to be, really, really top tier. But I think the defense is kind of like led to their downfall a little bit. Jalen Hurts was also one of those guys that, was in the $200 million club as far as the quarterbacks are concerned.
Okay.
He had, not the best season for himself. We talked about this on the show maybe a couple of weeks back where I said that, Jalen Hurts is used to adversity, with his situation, Alabama, Oklahoma, you know what I mean, and coming to the Eagles and trying to be a better quarterback and the best quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. But yeah, man, I can't really even talk too much about them. I got to keep.
Well, hang on a second. If I can jump in, if I can jump in, did today's game matter? I didn't see any of it. Did they put in?
Yeah, it mattered. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it absolutely mattered to the Eagles because if they would have won the game, they would have had a lock for the number 2 seed. You know what I mean? And still been somewhat in contention for the number 1 seed in the NFC. So, But this right now, they gotta hope that the Washington Commanders could beat Dallas next week, and that would be the way they clinch the division. But as far as the playoffs are concerned, they'll be in the playoffs, but they'll probably be traveling. They'll be on the road.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. My Buccaneers lost today too, man. I just can't really get on Yada Bear squad without talking about my team, man. We spit the bit today. Yeah, we spit the bit today against New Orleans at home. We had a chance to clinch the division. Would have been our 3rd division championship in a row, but we didn't get it done. So we still have a chance next week as well, week 17, to get everything done and finish up in a positive note. But I want to talk about the Knicks real quick, man, if I can.
Hang on.
Go ahead.
The bum-ass New York Knicks?
That's what you describe them as. But myself, my man, CP, the franchise, would say other things about our New York Knicks.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, man,
hang on. But before we waste time, respectfully, on the bum-ass New York Knicks. Can you tell us what's going on with Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos? Is he out of there? What's the latest? Because he has been benched for the remainder of this season. I saw a video of him talking about he wants to play there. He's been trying to adapt. Is Russell Wilson out in Denver? Can we start there before we go to the bum-ass New York Knicks?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. In my opinion, absolutely he's out. Absolutely he's out, man. The new coach, Sean Payton, has been, kind of getting that Russell Wilson all season long from the beginning.
Right.
When he said there's going to be a whole different scenario going on. The coaching last year was garbage, and we're going to do it my way or the highway. Then, he's constantly, getting at Russell. But I think the breaking point, which wasn't even the point where he was screaming at Russell Wilson on the sideline. They asked him to take a pay cut, and he said no. So if he didn't take the pay cut, they would bench him for the rest of the season, which essentially just, hastened his exit out of Denver.
Hang on.
I'm sorry.
Hang on. Didn't they want him to restructure his injury? Something with the injury clause. Am I saying that right?
They wanted him to restructure his entire situation.
Oh, really?
Because the injury clause is just the aspect of that restructure. So when you talk about it, the injury clause is the aspect of it.
Okay.
But in totality, they wanted him to reduce his contract. Absolutely. Yeah. So I think Russell's out of there, man. I think that he's still somewhat viable. You know what I mean? But I think that Sean Payton was trying to be a dictator, and I think that him berating Russell Wilson on the sideline like that kind of spoke to everything that was going on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Because he couldn't wait to really be animated. If you saw the video or whatever, he was animated like he wanted to fight to do. You know what I mean? So again, at the end of the day, Sean Payton and Russell Wilson, that marriage is not going to work. And Russell Wilson will be, they'll probably cut their losses. You know what I mean? Do what they need to do, and Russell will be on to his next situation.
Any thoughts on where he might go? A team who could use him? Or what division may he wind up in your professional opinion, Russell Wilson?
In my opinion, he can go to a number of places. The first one that would pop up in my mind would be the Giants. Just jumping out the window would be the New York Giants. I mean, again, at the end of the day, he is viable. He would be absolutely better than what they have right now. No disrespect to Tyrod Taylor and Tommy DeVito and Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? But Russell Wilson would be way better than what they have right now. So if there's the name of a team, I would say the Giants. That would be the first thing I would think of. And then basically whoever else needed had a quarterback situation. You know what I mean? So Russell Wilson could call his own shot, but again, he's gonna have to get with somebody that kind of like I don't want to say respects the situation, but kind of like talks to him as the quarterback of the team. That is a individual.
Any chance that he would go to the Atlanta Falcons? I think that would be a great. Hang on. That would be a great marketing, decision. Sierra back at Sierra's hometown. Ooh, niggas would be turning up. The goddamn Atlanta metro area would be fucking lit. All that goddamn money they would be making every home game. Any chances there? I have no idea. Whether they can afford him or the current quarterback, I'm just asking. Russell Wilson, the Falcons, no?
I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen. He can call his own shot. But I'm thinking that, wherever he's going to end up, he wants a chance to win. And he wants a chance to kind of like, solidify his legacy, which is kind of messed up right now. You know what I mean? Through really fault of his own. But no fault of his own. He just got with the wrong coach in the wrong scenario. Yeah. And then his attitude was kind of different because the players weren't really rocking with Russell Wilson like that. You know what I mean? Focus on doing your job. Because last year he was definitely getting into it with his teammates on the sideline in full view in front of everybody. So, again, maybe Russell Wilson, was in a situation that, he wasn't really matched up with to be with in the beginning. So, again, Sean Payton just kind of like, put the put the cap on the whole scenario and say like, yo, this is not going to work. So we're not going to play you. We're going to look to the future. And that's how I see that.
If I can jump in, according to ESPN, Russell Wilson is guaranteed $39 million in 2024, whether he is on the team or not, as well as another $37 million, his salary, 2025 salary, guaranteed if he could not pass a physical on the 5th day of the new league year in March. So he's getting the Skrilla regardless. But now, in your opinion, is he still a strong quarterback? I don't know. I mean, I would assume he still has the talent. He still has the arm. He still can maneuver. But according to ESPN, those are the numbers. Anything different? Anything we should know?
Yeah, I mean, if those are the numbers, then that's what the numbers are. But you asked me earlier, like, you know, what situation would be, you know, would fit for him. Right. I think that whatever situation he goes into, it's going to be a situation where they're winning already, and he just adds on. And like I said, a team that's a quarterback away, a quarterback like Russell Wilson, a quarterback that they could use, would be a team like the Giants.
Okay.
So again, if you want to say Atlanta, they could use them down there too. You know what I mean? So again, at the end of the day, whoever's going, you know, that money he's got, he's calling the shots.
Gotcha.
But just the situation with him in Denver just wasn't a match. That's all.
Okay. You want to mention the bum-ass New York Knickerbockers, yes.
And man, you got to stop calling my team of bums. They're trying to do what they need to do, man. Again, I know you have your reasons and all of that, but we made a trade yesterday. We traded R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel quickly, and we acquired OG Anunoby. Stop laughing at me, man. From the Toronto Raptors. You know what I mean? From the Toronto Raptors, man. And again, man, you know, we're trying to do what we got to do, man. But again, we didn't give up no first-round picks. We have a whole bunch of those moving forward. So I think that sets us up for something down the line where we can get somebody in here. You know what I mean? And maybe you'll want to come back to the Garden and see us play. But that's all, man. That's all.
No. Don't go.
Here we go. Let's get it.
Stay with me. We're talking about the bum.
I'm right here.
Hang on, folks. We're talking about the bum ass New York Knicks who have not won a fucking NBA championship since there was a gas shortage in America. Superfly was in movie theaters. The Godfather was in movie theaters.
Mets was in the World Series.
Walt Frazier, Willis Reed. Why don't you guys
comic books was 20 cents.
Why don't you guys just bring in LeBron James, man, and just, you know, let them
do what? Do what?
Pack the arena.
You know what I mean?
The Garden.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm not with that, man. I'd rather do it like this, man. You know what I mean? And take the hard road. You can laugh at us and throw stones at us, man, but still, it's Knicks all day over here, man.
Right.
And again, I'm not going nowhere. We made a trade. Again, we talked about this before. Start real quick, man. I ain't gonna hold it down. R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel quickly, part of those groups that with the Julius Randle and Obi Toppin, some of those guys had to go. So we waited to see who was going to stay and who was going to leave. They traded Obi Toppin last year, right, to the Pacers. And now they got rid of R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel quickly. This is what we end up with. OG Anunoby, man, he's, one of the league's most, coveted trade assets, man. You know what I mean? And again, he's going to be a free agent. So now he's got to, learn how to play with Julius Randle, and hopefully we could, sign an extension with the Knicks.
I have no idea who any of these niggas are, man, but the New York Knicks are bums, my nigga. It's always good to talk to you. Down and in sports on YouTube. When's the next live you guys doing?
Yes, we take it off, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Salute to everybody that subscribes and rocks out with us, man.
Yeah.
And we'll be back January the 9th, man. You know what I mean? Tuesday night, January the 9th, 2 hours. We go hard body karate.
Nice.
Tap in. We'll definitely be in and out doing what we do, man. But again, I just want to say thank you as well, man, to you, man, for helping us out, man, and getting us together. Down in Sports Talk, man. 8 to 9 p.m. every Tuesday night. We're looking forward to doing bigger and better things in 2024, man.
Salute.
And we have you to thank for that, man. And every time, man, we want to big you up, man. Salute.
Thank you,
and
man.
make sure that you have a happy new year. Hey, yo, and give my regards to the homie Buck Wild.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah.
You
Hey,
know what I'm
man,
saying?
let's talk behind the scenes. Good to talk to you. Good to talk to you.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, peace.
Thank you. Okay, peace. Left-handed tapping it. Oh, folks, we're going to try and continue the conversation. I just got my second wind. Everybody sit tight on the phones. Area code 786. Sit tight. You're up next. 786. Sit tight. I have a question, guys. Is Deontay Wilder a bum? Oh my God. Okay. Is Deontay Wilder washed? Hold on a second. Oh my God. Who just beat him like an old slave? Oh my God. Somebody just beat that nigga half to death, man. Purvis, I got your donation. No way Russ goes to the Giants with Jones' contract. Okay. Purvis, you want to call in? Can he go to the Jets? Russell Wilson, can we get that bum Aaron Rodgers out of there? What a fucking bum. But thank you, Purvis. Guys, on the screen is my email address for any and all business matters. Any and all advertising, sponsorship. You know, listen, if you want to get on what we call the layaway plan, reach out, just say, yo, gee, I ain't got the whole thing right now. I got $100 right now. I'll pay you the rest in 30 days. Just email. You know. I do layaway plans still, okay? That's that old shit. Thank you, Purvis. Salute, man. Mr. Controversy, good to hear from you, sir. He says, check your email. Thank you, sir. He says, first off, Happy New Year, big dog. The Color Purple movie was trash. Wow. Too much shucking and jiving, cooning and buffooning. Favorite punchlines and scenes were missing that we all love, and scenes were rewritten. Example, Mr. being the one to buy the pants and trying them on. Oh, that was Harpo. Taraji P. Henson's performance was the best of the movie. Mr. Controversy, salute to you, sir, but Taraji P. Henson was too old for me to play Shug Avery. Too old. Too old, man. And I really think that whole character that she played, Cookie on Empire, it's done damage to her brand. I was feeling her before Empire. Gone, Cookie! Gone, girl! And she just had that real funky sister girl thing. Thank you, Mr. Controversy, for your support, as always, sir. But she fired her whole team after Empire because they didn't capitalize on that Cookie character. She's a good actress. I'll even say at times she's great, but I wasn't feeling her. That's the only thing in this particular film that made me say, what? Other than that, I thought that the film worked. Are there any females, black, Hispanic, or Caucasian, that can call in and say, Star, I enjoyed it. It was a good film. I'll let you speak. I'll give you the last word. Taraji P. Henson, too old. Fantasia, you could see she had a spare tire around her midsection, a little extra cushion for the pushing, but I was okay with that. Her singing ass. Hold on a second, guys. Area code 704. Sunday evening. Are you there? 704.
Yo, Star, what up, bro?
Yes, sir. How are you? It's cracking.
Oh, man, I didn't get to see The Color Purple. I ain't gonna hold you. Not really interested in watching
Is this
it.
my nigga? Hang on a second. Is this my nigga who calls in from North Carolina from time to time? Sometimes you're doing something, you can't focus. Is that you? Are you focused tonight?
It's me. It's me.
Okay, listen, I appreciate you. Fantasia, born and raised in North Carolina. I don't know if she's anywhere near you. I like her as a singer, as an actress. I went to see this film to support Fantasia. Did you see the new Color Purple film, sir?
No, I haven't seen The New Color Purple. Now, I didn't go see it because, one, I didn't see the original one. I just know, like, the famous quotes, you know, you told Homebro to beat me, all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I found out that Fantasia was a part of this new one, I was like, well, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it if she's in it, you know?
Okay.
She's very beautiful. I like Fantasia. I like Fantasia a lot. But nah, man, I called in for the dumb stuff, you know what I'm saying? Where the bitches at, man? Where the freak all bitches at, man?
Now, hang on a second. Hang on. DJ Academics, are you at the speed? He's been dragged. Accusations. Since you're calling about the dumb shit.
You know, Academics, I mean, honestly, yo, I hope he ain't do that stuff. I hope he ain't do nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really.
Just say, Star, I'm not at the speed. I ain't calling about nothing. As always, I ain't calling. Just say it. Just say it, man.
I ain't up to speed. I ain't really calling about nothing.
All right. My nigga, have a good night, man. Thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Good guy. He just, you know. Hold on a second, folks. 562, sit tight. You're up next. 562. Showrunner, guys. DJ Academics accused of sexual assault. Now, some of you may say, yo, Star, you got to go in on Ack. Again, I deal with people with my 501c3. I can't just kick somebody's back in based upon accusations. I'm one of your fathers of trolling. We have great times. But I have also broken some of the biggest stories in hip-hop in terms of journalism. And it's important that I, show other people that, what I do, I take very serious. The word that he is being accused of, rape, it's a serious word, damaging word. And I don't want to play with that. So I'm not going to kick his back in until we have something that's more tangible, if anything. The female that said he woke up on top of her and she used the word, I want to see something from her at this point because she made those accusations. Is she in her feelings? I don't know. A lot of these girls get to doing too much, I'm not going to say this chick in particular, but I have seen females over the decades get out there, get on that shit. The next day they sober up. Oh, shit, and then they start making claims, crazy claims. Hold on a second, guys. Let me make sure I'm promoting the homie as well. Devious J. Check him out on YouTube, okay? 646. Is this area code 646? Good evening. Late night, are you there? Are you ready? In 5, 4, 3.
Hey, Star.
Hey, who's this?
This is Cassandra. How are you?
Hey, Cassandra, good to hear from you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Really quick. So, one thing, I did not see The Color Purple, and it was intentional.
Okay.
It is an act of grievance because there was an article a few years ago that describes Oprah's films as trauma dramas.
Right.
And it's described as this because she puts a lot of Black trauma, race, oppression on the big screen for public consumption.
Right.
And you think back to like all the main characters, the protagonists, she plays them. And you think about Beloved, Selma, and The Color Purple. And she has done it for 30 years, Star.
Yeah.
Right? Why can't Oprah show Black culture from a lens of like race, pride, intact families, leadership, revolution? You know what I mean? She's a billionaire. Yeah. So she has connections to make epic movies on the same level as 300. I mean, we have so many different stories. She has Tyler Perry in her back pocket. I'm quite sure she can make a connection with him. He has the studios. So to me, I feel like it's almost brainwashing to make Black people stay in this mind frame of victimhood, right? Like your callers made a good point. Like, okay, well, I'm quite sure a lot of the new generation, the Alpha generation, Generation Z, have never seen Color Purple in 82. They don't read. So
86
through film
came out in 86. The book came
86.
Out, the book came out in 82.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Right. So we know that this generation does not read. They learn through social media. They learn through film, and they live through film. They live through fantasy. And so I just feel like if they keep seeing the images, the beloved words that the beloved words that we usually hear, and eyes love Harpo, and these mammies, they become the 21st century slaves. Sorry, what say you? This is my opinion, bro.
Can I respond?
Sure.
I think you are 100% right. You are 100% right. I don't think that there's any message with regards to the quote-unquote Black family today. I don't. It's just a film. It's a musical. It's a time long gone. Families don't even eat together anymore. Never mind Black families, white families. Everybody's on social media. People are detached from anything. There's probably a small percentage of families that actually play games together, whether it be Monopoly or games like that. You feel me? You're right. You're right, but I have to talk about it because it's a trending topic. I found the time. You know my age already. I said let me try not to think about the original that did have a strong impact at that particular time in American society. But we are someplace else now. And you're right about Oprah. Is she still single? Not that you have to be married, but she's got no children. I don't think she ever married Stedman. I know she's got a bunch of little white dogs.
Stedman's a kept man.
Yeah, and I got no problem.
A beta male.
I got no problem with that. But now, and people can say, well, Star, you're not married. You ain't got no kids. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not preaching Black salvation, Black unity. That's what she projects. So I agree with you. You don't have to see the film. I recommend it to people that just want to be entertained, but I have no problem with anything that you said. Go ahead and finish up, please.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I think, and just to point out too, she focuses on the Jim Crow era.
Yes.
She never moved past 1960s in the majority of her films. So to me, she keeps us again in an oppressive state, right. And I just like to see better films made. You know, I'm a child of the 90s. You know, I came up on Malcolm X, you know, Love Jones, and we need those stories, right? Because we're raising a bunch of kids through film, social media that will continue to absorb these images, these phrases, these words, and we're going in a really bad direction if we don't change it. So I feel like we should push those big wigs and Hollywood, those in particular Black, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, other producers, to make more better. We have many, many stories, Mansa Musa, the Moors. We just need to change our image and our story on film. And I didn't see it because of that reason. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of Oprah and all of that stuff. That's it.
Hey, what you just said, you said very well. I thank you for calling. Thank you for your input.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Star Report back in the building. Okay, late night, New Year's Eve, and we're having a really, really good discussion here about the new film, The Color Purple, the musical, okay, in theaters right now. I saw this film earlier today. It was okay. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't trash, and it wasn't, phenomenal, but it worked. It worked. 2 hours, 26 minutes or something like that. I wasn't mad, Fantasia, she did her thing, and the other actors and actresses, yeah, why not? Why not? We're also talking about DJ Academics accused of sexual assault. You guys may or may not be up to speed. He's addressing this. He's not running from it. He even issued a warning of sorts to WAC 100, Charlemagne the God, and Adam 22. Watch how you play with my name, or I got smoke for you niggas. Am I showing favoritism to academics? No. I mean, we worked together for 3 or 4 months. I don't think he's that type. He's not the Charlemagne type, Charlemagne, again, he, according to 2 females, he took the pussy, Academics, for those who subscribe to astrology, he's a Taurus like Star. We don't take pussy. We move so slow sometimes. It's more of a mind game with us. We move so slow. Girls sometimes say, "Are you gay?" No. Well, why haven't you made a move on me? Well, you have to give me the pussy. I was waiting on you. Can I get an amen? Are there any Taurus in the live chat? Now, Aquarius males, Libras, Virgos, and Geminis. Oh! They take the pussy. Oh, yeah. From experience. As a matter of fact, I'll even say Gemini and Aquarius. Girls, be careful with them, huh? Those are the types of niggas that'll put a Mickey, slip a Mickey in your drink. You wake up and you got something stuck, stuck in your anus, so to speak, all right? Let's go to area code 517. Good evening, late night. Are you there? We're talking about the new Color Purple film, 517.
Yo, it's Nat from Michigan Star. What up?
Nat, how are you, man? Thank you for your continued support. Where do you want to start, sir?
You know I sent that donation earlier.
Salute, Nat.
I ain't got much to say. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody out there.
Same to you.
Checking in with the Star Report. The Lions got cheated last night.
What's their record now?
The bad call.
What's their record?
We 11-5.
Okay.
We won our division for the first time in 30 years. Division winners. We got cheated last night, but them dirty officials down in Dallas. Mm-hmm. It was a
travesty. But right before the game started, the Pistons broke the losing streak. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, holy smokes. The Detroit Pistons, so they lost how many in a row? Was it 27 before they won a game?
28.
28. Wow, they lost 28 games. Jesus Christ. And the coach is still there.
Monty Williams is still there. I'm flip-flopping on him. It's almost time for him to get out of here. But the GM, he's the problem. Troy Weaver got to go. He's the problem. The team is – we got young talent to build around Jalen Duren,
Okay.
Jay Ivey, and Kate Cunningham. Listen, before I get off, it's all about tomorrow. Go Blue, Wolverines. We play against Alabama, 5 o'clock. Let's go Blue. And beat their ass and let's go.
Nat, stay with me. Stay with me. The question I need to ask is Deontay Wilder a bum? Is he washed? Somebody just beat him. Did you see that? Somebody beat
Only thing I know about Deontay Wilder is when I see his face and his body getting off the mattress.
Okay.
Off the canvas, I mean.
Yeah, he lost, man, Deontay. Wow.
I'm not into that type of boxing. I'm a 90s boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? These dudes now, it ain't the same. I'm not up to speed on them cats.
Gotcha. Wow.
I'm off of here. I gotta go get my champagne. Happy New Year. I know you love the holidays.
Thank you.
Have a happy 24.
Salute.
Peace.
Who did Deontay Wilder just lose to? Oh my goodness. Hey, here's the homie, Sabor. Salute. That's the homie right there. Sabor, good to hear from you, man. You're always welcome to text me. Sabor Austin. Okay, left-handed says Joseph Parker. Wait a minute. Who is Joseph Parker? Oh my goodness. This nigga was teeing off on Deontay Wilder. Can anyone call in and talk boxing, please? Oh my goodness. What Dana, what are you saying, Dana? What? Huh? I thought it was Joseph Parker who beat Deontay Wilder. Dana, what are you saying? Oh, okay. Dana, are you sipping? She said oh my goodness. Area code 773. Good evening. Is Deontay Wilder a fucking bum? Is he finished? Is he washed? 773.
He's fucking washed, Star.
Come on.
He's washed.
Come on.
He's been washed. Ever since that white boy beat his ass, he been done. We're talking about Tyson Fury, obviously. And then, Joseph Parker, honestly, man, this boy from Australia. No, he's from Australia, New Zealand, one of them two. But, I knew he was going to get his ass beat anyway. He needs to quit, man. It's a wrap for him. And then he talked about he want to fight old boy from the UK next. But no, it's time to give it up.
Who does he want to fight for you? What's the guy's name? The light-skinned guy? What's his name? I forget.
Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua.
What do you think?
Who was on the same card as this man. Mm-hmm. Deontay, he took that L. Mm-hmm. And then Anthony Joshua come out laughing because he knew he had to fight that nigga next. Laughing at that nigga. Nigga's washed. He's washed.
Now, I mean, to be honest with you, I never liked Deontay Wilder. I just thought he was like a headhunter, he didn't have no jab. He just, did he have some power? Yeah, but this guy really just exposed him. Wouldn't you say, Joseph Parker?
As you would say, he beat him like an old Virginia slave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Deontay, I mean, he got power in that right hand. That's about it. He's not a boxer like that.
Mm-hmm.
If we take it back to the golden age, well, I ain't that old, but early 90s, Mike Tyson, he can't even hold that man's bath towel. So Deontay just got to quit, man. He's done.
Hang on a second. Joseph Parker, born in 1992. He's from New
Right.
Zealand. So we got niggas from New Zealand beating FBA niggas like old slaves.
It's the damn thing. It's the thing, man. And I follow boxing, man. And a long time ago, man, they should have matched up against each other a long time ago when Parker had the IBF belt. I think he ended up losing it to Anthony Joshua, but Wilder. Motherfucker, dudes was acting like they were scared to fight Deontay Wilder,
right?
Because of that right hand. But then the white boy came in,
right?
Put him in his place. And I hate to even say it, man, but that's what happened. That's what happened. And the man is so delusional. He can never admit that he was bested by somebody. He just want to talk.
Well, he's 38 years of age now, so technically he should be almost out of here. Yes, no, at 38.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for heavyweight fighters, I mean, no, not really.
Okay.
As you've seen, a lot of heavyweight fighters will fight into their early 40s, mid 40s, and still, be able to hang a little bit in there. But, for him, I mean, he was never really a sound boxer anyway. He just had a lot of power.
Yeah.
You had to watch out for that right hand.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hype behind him. The machine was behind him. They were pumping all this money into him. And, he's really, I bet you he's regretting not taking that fight with Anthony Joshua, 4 years ago when they were supposed to fight, because now.
Was it a money thing or was he just tripping? Why didn't he fight Joshua years ago?
So they always had the issue about the money,
right.
And then Wilder didn't want to fight on his own. Joshua, it was all politics, man, with the networks and shit. Wilder claimed he didn't like his promoter. You know how they cry. They don't want to fight each other. Nobody want to fight the best these days. You know what I'm saying? So,
The Bronze Bomber, out of here. Yeah, he's from Alabama.
He's gone.
Well, why did I think he was from Philly? He's from Alabama. What was I thinking? Anyway, hey man, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Star. Take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay.